I'm an advocate of having a defensive-oriented style of jiu-jitsu. Being in disadvantaged positions really isn't so bad if you know how to defend, if you know how to counter, if you know how to reverse those positions. And so I was very excited the other day when I got an opportunity to film a course taught by my good friend Bart Arts from the Netherlands. He's a great black belt who runs a school near Amsterdam, and he is a defensive specialist. And he was kind enough to allow me to share this content on the channel. I'm going to do it in 4 installments. And so you're watching one of the installments today, and I hope you really pay close attention to all the details. I learned a bunch of things, and I'm confident you will as well. Enjoy.
So let's start really easy and then just build it up. And I try to add lots of details. And luckily today for us, Rick Ellis from The Art of Skill is here to film the whole thing. So you can always watch it again and if you're missing any details. So let's start with a standing guillotine choke. So I'm in the standing guillotine choke position and Roy is a little bit backwards. So this is the position we're going to start with. The reason that he can do a guillotine choke on me is because my head is behind his triceps, behind his shoulder. So the first one is a pretty cool move that you can use whenever you are on the streets and you don't want to go to the ground. I place my hands on his hips and I move my feet backwards like this. Now my head is in front of his belly. I just circle around and I'm free. So again, I'm here. I'm not so much pushing him away. I'm holding the hips, but I'm moving myself backwards. For how long? Until the crown of my head is in front of his stomach like this. Now, maybe you try to slip out from here, but this is dangerous, especially when people are able to strike, so I'm in a knockout distance. So that means that when I'm out, and especially can you hold just a little bit tighter, please? The moment that I'm here, my head is still stuck, my chin is still stuck. So what I will do is I circle around, and now I'm free, and I can immediately clinch or maybe take the person out of balance. So one more time. We have a guillotine choke, and the guy is bent over a little bit. After this exercise, we're going to see what to do if somebody brings in the hips. Of course, we have to do the takedowns and all the stuff. So this is just a little bit to warm up. The first thing I will do is I make my shoulder heavy. I place my hands on the hip. From here, I walk backwards, and I bring my head in front of his belly. So don't look up, because your head will be stuck. At the moment that you go backwards, you have to relax your neck. And I bring my head here. Now I circle around, and I can grab. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Just one little detail. So this works best if somebody is bent over. So maybe it's more a front headlock than a guillotine choke. But if somebody is a little bit more upright, you can still do the move. But now it's very important. It's hard to bring my head in front of his belly. So I do the same thing. I place my hands on the hips and I walk backwards. And by walking backwards, you can see that Roy is gonna bend over. And now, because he's bent over, I slip my head and don't try to pull it out right here. Because sometimes, can you hold it a little bit more tight? Sometimes it's still stuck here. So it's the circling that frees your head. You don't have to do much. It feels natural if you just circle around. So one more time from here. So now the other person is a little bit more straight. Don't try to slip your head like this because it gets stuck. Hands on the hips and just walk backwards. Bring my head in front. Now I have to go to the other side, of course. Circle. Don't keep close, and you can do anything you want. You can go for single leg or... Yes, so let's do this one more minute. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to number 2. So I'm in the guillotine choke again. Can you do this up, please? Yes, thank you. From here, the other person is a little bit more knowledgeable and he is close and the guillotine is just tight. So I'm not able to do the move maybe. So from here, I will show you the move and then I will explain. So can you hold it tight, please? I go here. Boom, and you can still hold on, please, to the guillotine choke. I move to the side. From here, I go for the front foot choke. So let's see what happens. So it takes a few seconds to apply this choke. Maybe it takes 3 or 4 seconds before I will tap. So in those 3 or 4 seconds, I will move myself to the safe side. It looks like this. Watch my hands. I go behind the knee, and I go behind the knee. And I angle like this. So you see the triangle here? These 3 feet create a triangle. So the first time that I have to do is I have to identify which side is he grabbing me. He is holding me with his right arm. So that means I have to go to the right. From here, I will execute an outside trip. So I'm loading up with this leg, I'm hooking the leg, and I bring him down and make a back step. I don't want to end up in the half guard. From here, it's very common that you get hungry and you want to go right away for the choke. But if Roy rolls on his back, maybe he is able, if you go to your back, to roll me over if you're stronger, yes. So the first thing that I will do here is keep him on his side. Now try to roll me over, please. He can't. The next thing is he will probably try to bring me in the guard. So then I push him down just a little bit, or maybe control the leg. So he tries to roll me over. I go backwards with my weight. He tries to put me in the guard. I push him a little bit forward. From here I walk, palm down. I connect my hands. I go under the shoulder blade. I sprawl and I apply pressure. So let's do that one more time. So when I'm grabbed with the right arm, I have to be on this side. Why the hands? Because otherwise he will just follow along. He will just follow along. So I have my hands here to just grip me, have the angle to hook. So, angle, hook, I go for the takedown, I hold the legs, back step. From here, I keep him just a little bit on the side. So I'm not going here right away, because maybe he will bridge me over, so I keep here. Try to roll me over, please, Roy. It's hard. Try to turn to your knees, or put me in the guard. I push, I pull, I push. From here, walk your hand all the way through. Connect your hands under the shoulder blade. Sprawl. And now very important, don't apply your pressure too much forward, because you're going to be on the chin, you're going to be on the bone. So you have to find his neck with your shoulder, the soft part, and from there I apply more downward pressure. And of course it's very hard to release his arm because I'm holding him at rest. Yes, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3. The moment that I'm in this guillotine choke, this is a cool exercise just to practice. So there's not too much tension, but what I will do is I will just go inside and outside, and I just circle. And he releases, and he grabs with the other arm. He has the guillotine choke here. Boom. And I go to the right angle. And now you can choose, what arm do you want to grab? You grab my head with this one, and I go, boom, I go to the right side. From this position, it's very important when I want to bring him down, a little bit like this, please. I have to use this leg as a driver leg. So stand very strong, please. If I just hook the leg, he's not going down. Maybe I'm going down. So I need this rear leg to not get too close. I need the leg as a driver leg to extend. So I'm using the force of this leg, this rear leg, to bring him down. Boom, like this. Okay, from this position, it's always good to have a little bit on his side. Why? Because it's easier to go around. When he's flat on his back, it's hard to reach. So what I will often do, I will sit a little bit back, just to get a perfect grip here. Palm to palm, or maybe when somebody's bigger, you have shorter arms, you go for this grip. Okay? So with this grip, I'm not squeezing. This was a question that some people asked. I'm not squeezing with my arms like this. I'm just really tight. I'm under the shoulder blade like this and like this. Everything is connected. And now I sprawl. And I just use my shoulder and I gently apply pressure. Try to pull your arm out. You can't. And I just squeeze. And there's the tap. So I love the saying, don't expect armbar results when you're choking somebody. If you apply a straight armbar, they tap. If you do the choke correctly, it can take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds for the perfect submission. Sometimes people squeeze and they count 1, 2, 3, and the person is not tapping, and I let go. You all know those guys, or you feel that the choke is almost there, and they let go. You're like, oh, thank you. So with this choke, I want to go build it up from 50% to 60%, 70%. Very important is the angle. lots of times people are pressing like this against the face or against the chin. So with my legs I can position myself. So the moment I'm here, I position myself, and if I only go forward, you can feel I'm on the face, I'm too high. So I can just adjust with my legs. I can hold his wrist with my arm, try to pull your arm out, he can. And from here he feels that I'm on the right spot. And I just apply pressure, not so much only with my shoulder, but also watch my hips. I just lower my hips and I'm on the right spot now. And the cool thing is if you practice, he will tap faster and faster. It adds up. Okay, any questions? No? Thank you, Marcus. So now we are in this position in the guard. And he catches the guillotine choke on me. So I'm here, the guillotine choke is right here. So the thing is, what does Roy need to finish this guillotine choke? He needs the right angle. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab, not like this, not with my arm here, but diagonal to the shoulder. And I'm gonna bring him down, and I'm gonna walk like this. Can you close your legs a little bit higher? Just that. Perfect. So watch my feet. This foot is flat, and the other one is with my toes on the ground, so I sprawl. Can you try to apply the guillotine choke, please? It's impossible. You have to be careful on this side, because if you're just focusing on the guillotine choke and you're not watching this, he might hip out and hook and sweep. So I'm always considering the option of the elevator sweep. So if he tries to do it again, I'm right here. My elbow is connected with my knee and my weight is on my shoulder. So now I'm safe. Now at least I can think about the plan. What I see so many times happen is this. People go for the guillotine choke and they act like a standing guillotine choke. They go all the way here, they push the person down, now he extends for the choke, and I have to tap. And not only that, but one more time please. When my hand is all the way here and he goes down, my hand is trapped. It's trapped under his back, I cannot get it back. So, one more time. Whenever you get caught in a guillotine choke from the guard, don't go too deep. Diagonally, grab the shoulder blade. Push the guy down, walk to the side. To the opposite side that he wants to go to. From here, try to apply the choke. It's not happening. Try to go for the sweep with the hook. He's not getting the hook. And now from this position, I'm going to give you guys two options. Option one, grab the wrist, thumbless, and from here, slide your wrist through, and you can go for paper cutter. That's option one. One more time. I'm in this position. Bring him down. The most important thing of the whole defense is this with the hips. Can you please try to apply the choke? It's nearly impossible. From there, grab the wrist, slide your arm through, and you go for the paper cutter. Of course, he will lift his head up, and he will prevent my fist from entering. So what I will do now is I bring my right foot towards my left foot. Boom. And at that moment, if he tries to apply the choke, I will just hold the knee and fall to the side. Now try to trap my legs, please. I can grab the gi pants, and the first thing I do is I release my top leg, like this. Now I shrimp up, so only my foot is stuck. And I push the bottom knee like this. Again, from here, if the opponent is much stronger, don't be in a hurry to go here, because maybe you're going to be rolled over. So I can keep him a little bit on the side, go to my knees, and again, grab, go here. Don't go too much forward. Just enough, feet, boom. 1, 2, 3. Guys, I want to do one more variation on the technique, but only the entrance is different. So it's exactly the same control position and the same way to escape. So we have another time to go through the details. But it's just good to know this technique from standing up, from being on your knees, and from being in the guard. So it's the same defense in every position. So Roy, please. So we did the position from standing up. And when somebody grabs you standing up, the order of operations was go to the angle and do the outside flip. Then we had the guard position, and in the guard position I have the same goal. I want to go to the safe side. So the moment that he grabs, I go over, and hopefully all of you guys felt that when you push somebody down like this, he can still finish the choke. He can just extend and the choke is there. So I walk the way to this side. And now when he tries to apply the choke, it's nearly impossible because of my positioning. And of course I'm checking this leg. So now let's do a final variation. So we start on the knees, like we do so often when we roll. And maybe we can show it from this angle. Yes, thank you. From here, sometimes you could give your neck. And what is the risk now is Roy pulling me guard. Can you pull me guard, please? I can wait until the guard and then maybe tap. But I'm gonna use his energy for the pass. So he grabs. Watch my hands. The moment that he pulls guard, pull me in the guard, please. I go here and I go past. I grab. Maybe I have to go a little bit more north towards the head. I turn him on the side so I can go deeper. Palm down, grab, sprawl, squeeze just a little bit, push, body weight. So from this angle, please. I don't want to be caught in the guard. So I know he's going for the guard, so I post my fist and I just jump around. From here, maybe I slide up. And I go for the front choke. This also works. When I'm in this position, he has the arm-in guillotine choke. So what is the difference with the arm-in guillotine choke? Is he does the same thing. He tries to pull me in the guard. So go for the guard, please. I will go around. And now watch what happens. My arm is stuck. So what I will do is this. I move my knees up here. Keep him a little bit on his side. And now I transfer my weight to this knee. And I will use the other knee to pull the arm out. So even if he holds strong, I can use this knee to block and just shake the arm out. And I can go for the same choke. From the guard, when we are in this position and we have the choke, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page, I grab, I bring him down. Of course I can wait for his action to go down, but I try to beat him. I go faster and I go around. So now what can happen is that he closes his legs higher, above my butt, and he tries to apply the choke. He tries to stretch out. But there's no choke here because of the angle. If I bring my wrong foot, my left foot, towards my right foot, I will fall to the wrong side. He will open up, he will mount, and he will finish. So that's why it's so important when I'm here, and I created an angle, to bring my right foot, can you close it again and try to apply the choke? I bring my right foot towards my left foot. And now because my feet are so close, I post here, I fall to the side. Pull your leg out. Don't try to push from here. Watch what I'm doing here. I bring myself up until only my foot is stuck. Now there's much more space to post on the bottom foot, and I just retract. From here, turn to the knees, connect, roll. So let's try those details again, and maybe also try it from the knees when somebody is pulling you in the guard. You just circle around, and you're again in the same position. You can do the same thing. Yes, 1, 2, 3.